right, Couch Hustler, back at you. Deal number 5. So, 3919 Harvard. This is when things started changing again for me and how I started trying to figure out how to buy more houses. This is when I, being a realtor, helped out a little bit as well. So, I'm still out here working, trying to buy houses and trying to represent people in selling their properties, right? So, a realtor, obviously, people are going to call you to sell their house. So I would try to list the properties and sell their house. 3919 Harvard. This is a nicer little area of Bakersfield. It's by the college, the community college over here in Bakersfield. And this couple wanted to sell their property. So I helped them. I said, yeah, I could sell it, charge 6%. Going rate was 6% at that time. And that's what we were selling properties for. Couldn't sell the property. They needed to move. Their kids were going to college and they had to move, and they wanted to move. So I offered them, hey, I'll buy it from you. Basically their listed price. They didn't have any. They didn't have a lot of equity. I think maybe $5,000-$10,000, nothing major. But anyways, I took over their loan. 3919 Harvard. Took over their loan, and they went on to move to out of state. I can't remember what state their kids went to college, but they did move out of state, and that's how I picked up this transaction. So by being a realtor, I was able to pick up this deal and, got the deal. It was pretty easy. Turned around and advertised $15,000 down payment on this one for rent to own. I think maybe because it was the area, so I didn't think I would get the $30,000 or $40,000 down payment. I'm still new to me. I'm still learning on what people were be able to put down. Payment on this one was exactly about $1,200 a month, $1,300 a month or so. Found a guy that put $10,000 down. I remember when he called me on the lease option advertisement I was advertising on Craigslist at the time because OfferUp, Facebook, this stuff was kind of there, but people weren't using it as much. Craigslist was still strong. So he told me that he wanted to give me $10,000 down and that he was going to pay it off in 3 to 4 years, something like that. And he did. He gave me $10,000 down, moved in. I remember him asking me, "Is this a scam?" I was like, "Nah, man, this is not a scam. This is a real deal. You just rent to own. I'm selling it to you for the price. I think at that time, oh geez, I need to really look back here. I could look it up right now. The prices on these properties. That way I can remember what I sold them for. So this one I think was at $150,000. So I purchased it for $150,000. And I must have sold it to him for about $200,000, $210,000, with $10,000 down. Anyways, I had to go through an eviction with him. Same thing, I remember he used to call me and tell me, "Hey man, I know you don't want to hear my excuses, but I can't make this month's rent payment." And he was doing that every other month or so, until finally he just stopped calling me. He ignored me completely. I'd go knock on the door, no one would answer. And he took me through the whole eviction process. I actually had to go through the full eviction process with him. First time I ever showed up with the sheriff's department and actually went over there and did the eviction. I had to bring a locksmith to actually, get the keys open or get the door open. And I remember walking in there and taking pictures. This is the first time I even took him to court or tried to take someone to court for back rent owed and get a judgment against them to try to get funds, which I'll never do again. It's ridiculous. It's all just a big old scam because you never get the money anyways. I took it, got the judgment, got everything. The max you can even sue for anybody is like $10,000 in small claims. Got that, got awarded that. It's hard to collect. You can't just go collect it from them. So you have to get a collection agency to collect for you for that. And even that collection agency takes like 50 to 60%. So you're not getting the full amount. I think after everything was said and done and the headache and all the bullshit I had to deal with, I only received like $500 out of everything, I'm talking like a monthly payment rent of 10 grand. A judgment of 10,000, back rent, all the work I had to put in the property. I ended up with $500. The good thing is I did get the property back, and I ended up selling it outright. This one sold on their local MLS, and I cleared like $40,000-$50,000 on this deal. This was a good one. Harvard, 3919 Harvard. So I did pretty well on that one. Besides collecting the $10,000, which I probably put back in repairs, and then when I sold it's when I really made my money. So I probably made about $40,000-$50,000 on that deal. And there's some that will stick out as home runs. And I know I'm talking like $40,000-$50,000 is not a lot of money. It's like I'm talking like it is a lot of money, but when you get used to making that kind of money with this stuff, it kind of seems like a no-brainer. like it started, you get used to it, right? Like it happens so often now. It's kind of funny. So I'm to me, when I make 100,000 on a flip is amazing. You know, when I used to get excited about the 10,000, 20,000 down payments, but now it's like I want more with those. Like, it's funny how your level of thinking on how much these down payments are and how it changes. You know, 10,000, 20,000 used to be the number for me where it would excite me. Now I'm like, man, if I can't get 50, 60,000 on a deal and then hope to sell it and make 100,000, it's a big difference for me. So, you know, I guess it's just a mindset thing, but it is what it is. So that's the deal. 3919 Harvard. Couch Hustler, always hustling. Hope you like some of these videos. I still got quite a few. I think this is number 5. I'm going to have to go back just because my mind's going through all these. But I will keep going. We got 23 total. And I'm still buying actively and selling actively. So if you keep following or check out my TikTok, my Instagram, I'm always posting stuff. And I'm going to get into more of the other things that I'm involved in too, because doing real estate and buying all this real estate has led my life to other things, right? Like other businesses and business ideas, and giving me the flexibility and time to be able to do whatever I want. You know, I can go and start any kind of business and not have that same stress level that maybe if that's your only business that you're going to be stressing about because you have to make ends meet. It allows you really to do whatever you want. You can go and open up and try to do a business. Even if it fails, it's okay. You still got the backup of real estate. That's what's so cool about it. I've done a lot of businesses. I still got a few businesses going right now. I'll lead more on some of that stuff in some of my other videos. But if you do follow my TikTok or my Instagram, you can see what I do. I get involved in furniture, limousine services. I rent luxury items like Rolexes. This was my first Rolex and that I've bought. I've bought about 5 Rolexes since. I've gotten involved in playground sets for like parks, like to, you know, buy them and resell them and all kinds of stuff, you know, adventures and things that I'm getting into. And now I'm just going more with real estate and buying commercial real estate, things like that. All sub-2, all creative financing. You know, I mean, I've talked to lenders and trying to get loans, but man, it's so weird and strict that there's so many obstacles. It's easier just to work directly with owners. Realtors get in the way sometimes too, and I am a licensed realtor, but it's so much easier to just work with owners and be direct and negotiate a transaction that way. But anyways, a lot to learn out there. But once you start learning and getting the momentum of it all, it's pretty awesome, man. It'll change your life. It all starts with just the one deal. You just really have to get out there, find that deal, and take over that mortgage. You know, it's not as hard as you think. Believe me, I used to think that it would never happen, but once I started doing 1, 2, 3, 4, it's not as hard as you think. It's pretty easy. You just have to get out there and find the deal, find the rat. I used to have a friend that used to say that. He said, "Find the rat, and you'll find the deal." And then the rat he meant by what's the reasoning of them selling. And it goes back to the D's that I was talking about: drugs, death, divorce. The 3 D's. It's usually one of those 3: drugs, death, divorce. But you know, occasionally you will find a specific deal where it is somebody that is financially wealthy and will be willing to take payments because they don't really need the money, but they like the idea of getting interest, and they don't want to be landlords, so they rather you take over the property. But there's a lot of different deals out there that you can get involved in. So anyways, till the next one, I think we'll be on number 6, and I have to look through which one it is. Look how old these little folders are from me pulling them out of files and whatnot. These are just 23 that I found in an old box that I was starting to go through. That's why they're all right here on my couch. Anyways, Couch Hustler, always hustling. Stay continued. If you have any questions, please comment. Let me know. Follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram and all that stuff, but it's the Couch Hustler, and that's where I'm at. Have a great day.